I think it's a question of people avoiding, because what we are seeing at the end of the day when you see somebody killing the other person or even assaulting a person, it hasn't started like that. You know, you don't meet somebody today and you're slapping them the next minute.
True.
It means there's been something that has been going on over time. Either you have turned a blind eye to it, both of you, or somebody just decided to keep it internally to themselves. They don't open up, you know, you cock it up. And so you find what you're seeing is venting out of frustrations. People have been frustrated over the years, maybe over months, and then it comes to a point whereby they can no longer hold. So what we see today when you see at the news and look at this, it's not something that just happened that day. It's something that has been there over a long time. Either people have been avoiding it or people have just been keeping it to themselves, not conversing it out. And that's why I'll say this. At the end of the day, it's about taking care of your health, your personality, you as an individual. So in that relationship, you're having an issue. Instead of cocking it up, speak it out. Now, there are other circumstances whereby you are speaking it out and then your partner is not willing to listen, you know, they are shouting back at you, you know, this conflict whereby everybody is right, like Madam Irene is saying, you're standing on your ground. But what we can urge is people just to be sober in addressing these issues. At the end of the day, it's better to come out of a relationship than to end your life or to lose your life. You have to make those choices, those hard choices, in as far as at times they are not very constructive, they are not very positive, you'll be criticized by the society, by people, but at the end of the day, your life is paramount and your future is paramount as an individual, because remember, you have met two people with different agendas, with their own plans, with their own ambitions. It's only that you compromised to build this institution. So if the institution is not holding together, then there is no need of losing life in that kind of a setup.
And I love what you said, your life is paramount, and so is that other person's life. I want to bring you back because I hear this thing that people say, I've not been married before, I will one day, inshallah. Yeah, so there's this thing that people say, ukiolewa na mtu, ni hizo miaka tu za kwanza, bado mko honeymoon phase. Ngoja hiyo honeymoon phase iishe, alafu ataanza kuonesha true colors. Now that lack of being true to yourself from the get-go, that lack of honesty, can you speak about it? And does it contribute to some of these conflicts that we have?
Yes, of course, it contributes largely, because I'll say, you know, when people are dating or you're looking for a wife, you're looking for an husband, it's a campaign time. You know, you sell the best of the manifesto. You don't want to talk about the other part. So you are campaigning for yourself. But what I will tell people is, because you have talked about it before, during that campaign time, have an inner eye to look at this other person. Of course, what I mean is you're going for a dating process. Now, an exception to that could be those people marry due to circumstances. I've mentioned it before. But if you're going through the proper process, during that dating, when you visit this person, go to their home, you know, you visit their place, their house, their family relatives, you know, you see how their people behave. You can read a lot in between the line. Don't look at what they are saying, what they are telling you, but what they are doing and what they are saying when they are not talking to you. That's what you should be looking at. So you learn this person, if they are the worst, how do they respond? You know, in a crisis mode, how do they respond? So you get to pick those cues along the way. And so by the time you're going into this relationship, you're committing, saying, yes, I do, for a long time, you already have an idea of what this person does. But if you're used to looking for this person, you know, I was talking to some people and I was telling them, one guy used to tell us, and he was telling us, the 10th commandment of bachelors, I don't know the other 9, the 10th says that you should not look for a wife on Sunday.
Why is that?
Now, what he means is, on Sunday, everybody is at their best.
Okay. Oh,
And this,
Sunday best.
Yes. And this also goes now to every relationship. Don't do that, you know, don't gauge that person based on those meetings you're doing, the coffee dates, you know, the supper, you're going for supper out somewhere, you're going for a hike. You know, those are happy moments. Get to study that person in their natural environment. You found them with their parents, with their brothers, with their friends. How do they interact with them at that level whereby they are not artificial, you know, they are not in that campaign mode of trying to woo you to their side.